morning, Owen Valley. Welcome back to the Weekly News. We're your hosts, Charles Kim
and Elijah Johnson. Last Friday was our winter homecoming court. We would like to congratulate all that participated in this event. We would also like to thank Dr. Stephen Franz for coming in and speaking to some of the high schoolers about how data is used to drive instruction at an elementary level.
You know, Eli, Dr. Franz was my second grade teacher.
Really? So, what was he like?
Anyway, exciting news from the OVFFA goat farm. One of our well-trained goats had just recently begun a life with a beautiful set of triplets. Also, let's give a round of applause to our talented cheer team as their Christmas halftime performance went well.
For any young or even you older hunters, a Hunter's Ed course will be available at Patricksburg Elementary School on Saturday, February 3rd and Sunday, February 4th. The time for these courses is 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. What the?
I'm getting word now that it's time to move on to sports with
Tyler Grigsby and Brennan Fishburn.
Thank you, Charles. Wednesday, December 20th, boys JV and varsity basketball has a game against Indianapolis Metropolitan High School.
Thursday, December 21st, wrestling co-ed varsity has a match against Marauder JV Invite.
Boys freshman basketball has a game against Danville Community High School.
Now, time for the sports trivia. Who did the Colts play this weekend? Titans, Texas, Bengals, or Chiefs? If you said the Bengals, then you are correct.
Now back to you, Charles.
Thank you, Tyler. Now here at OVTV Studios, we offer two different branches that you can join. You can join the Student News Class or the Sports Live Streaming Club. To find out more about it, we have a special guest to talk a bit more about it. Coming up next on Chuck's Corner. Thank you, Charles. Now, here on Chuck's Corner today, we have Mr. Tucker Donahue, which I believe is the head student for both Level 3 OVTV media class and OVTV live streaming. Is that right?
Yes.
And we just wanted to ask a couple questions. That way, if some people do want to join the live streaming club, then they know what they need to know before joining. So, do they need any experience at all?
Oh no, you don't need any experience at all for both the class as well as the club. We just for the class we start you on level 1, and then you'll just work your way up to whatever level is next. And for the club, you definitely don't need any experience at all. We can set up training days for whoever wants to join, and then whatever they want to do, we'll train them around what they want to do, and then we'll have those training days with everyone that's in the club as well, so everybody can get accompanied with each other and figure out each other's workflow and how we can get things done. And yeah, no experience at all. We're very flexible with what you want to do.
Now, I'm sure with just the class alone, I'm sure that you're extremely busy with all these different media sources and just researching in general. So what would the average schedule be like for, let's say, a standard live streaming member of the club?
So let's go into the feet of, or the shoes of a camera operator. So I would send out a schedule on our messaging group chat, whatever, and I'll send the schedule there and what days we're going to do it, and I'll send a couple ideas like, hey, should we do this stream? Is everybody available? And sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no. It all varies and depends. We would meet up whatever time I would have scheduled, and the club members would just meet here in the production studio. We would just discuss how we're going to do this today, get our stuff, and go to wherever our site is, whatever we're going to broadcast or live stream, and get the stream done. And afterwards, we just pack up, and yeah, we do a little conclusion afterwards as well of what we could do better, how we did, all that kind of stuff. So, pretty simple day.
Now, you just mentioned that one of the roles while joining the live streaming club was a camera operator. What are some of the other roles? Because I couldn't imagine there being that many roles.
There are actually quite a few. From the top of my head, there are camera operators. We have a sound engineer. We have graphics operator. We're in pretty big use for those as well. We have a graphics operator as well as a scoreboard operator. We'll just be operating the scoreboard for whatever sport we're live streaming. We'll have a producer. We'll have the director, which is me. We'll have, depending on the sport, or if we'll be able to have any, we'll have like play-by-play announcers, which we have those already. Well, I'll probably think about training somebody as a networking technician. We'll just be setting up all of our networking equipment so we can connect to the production studio, so we can have all of our members in here, get it all set up, and hit the stream that way.
Now, can somebody do both the class and the club for OVTV?
Oh, for sure. During the class, it's just during school. You just do the assignments in there and then turn them in, get them done. Really simple, really easy. For the club, it's all after school, unless there's like something that we absolutely need to meet about, like during SRT, for example. We'll have that set up whenever, and yeah, you can totally do both. It's pretty open of what we can allow.
Right. Now, how long did it take to make some of these programs? Because I would imagine just getting it from, let's say, just a basic camera to tripod, getting it up to the giant studio and multiple different cameras, tripods, and all live streaming, all that stuff. How long did that take?
I first started thinking about this around, I believe it was January 15th. I was away at a Edgewood game. It was a boys JV and varsity, and I was watching the game there, and I looked over to my left. There were two girls. They had a iPad on a tripod. I was like, I bet we can do better. And I guess we have, because I've put in about a couple months worth of just straight up watching videos on YouTube of different broadcasting companies doing these kind of things, and for example, such as like a sound engineer or any of that kind of stuff. So I've been reading forums. I've been reaching out to different schools and watching videos of how they do their broadcasts. I've been watching college, how they do their news in their sports broadcast. For example, like BTN Plus from IU and all that kind of stuff. I've been meeting with different directors and technicians, and a couple months ago, I got in contact with Tony Kale and John Chance from 97.7, and yeah, it's been a lot of hours putting this all together and making this an actual thing, but I think it was definitely worth it, and I'm still continuing to put all of these hours into it and making this program as best as I can make it.
Now, Tucker, I'd like to thank you for coming on to Chuck's Corner with me, and unfortunately that is all the time we have here today, so it is back to you, Charles.
Thank you, Chuck.
Don't forget that Mr. Boltinghouse will be posting daily Christmas trivia in your emails. Make sure to answer them so you can get some money.
Wait, you can get money from these?
Well, yeah, Patriot bucks.
Man, if I knew that, I would have tried answering them a long time ago. Don't make the same mistake I did, Patriots.
Make sure to sign up for Patriot Hour and keep your grades up.
Go Patriots!